This is a 2021 Ford F-150 Lariat Super Crew 4x4 Sport, and today we're going to review it. I'll tell you about the horsepower, cargo, dimensions, and safety.
And I'll tell you about the interior, the controls, and all the technology.
But before we get started, take a minute, click that subscribe button down below.
And hit that bell notification up above so you never miss one of our videos.
All right, that's it. So what do you say, Nate?
Let's go for a ride.
This is the 2021 Ford F-150 4x4 Super Crew Lariat Sport with Powerboost. Now, Ford says the all-new F-150 is purpose-built from the ground up, redesigned to be the toughest, most productive F-150 ever. They also say that this is what happens when you merge premium-grade muscle with finely tuned intelligence and design. It's a beast with brains, a relentlessly tough, high-strength military-grade aluminum alloy body and torture-tested high-strength steel frame, and there's Axel, with new tech to help you work smarter and harder. Now, there are 6 trim levels available, starting with the XL at $28,940, the XLT at $35,050. Come on, Axel. The Lariat at $44,695, the King Ranch at $56,300. Axel, come on, sit down. The Platinum at $59,110, the Limited at $70,825. He's camera shy today. Then the XL and XLT are available in regular cab. The XL and XLT and Lariat are available in Super Cab, and all trim levels are available in Super Crew. Now, all can be had with a 5.5-foot bed. 5 trims can select the 6.5-foot bed, but only the XL, XLT, and Lariat can opt for the 8-foot bed. So basically, if you need a truck, then the Ford F-150 can be configured to meet anyone and everyone's every need. This beautiful F-150 is presented here in rapid red metallic, and it has a black leather interior and an MSRP of $70,960. It is powered by a 3.5-liter double overhead cam 24-valve EcoBoost V6 with twin intercooled turbos, producing 400 horsepower and 500 pound-foot of torque, and is driven by a 10-speed automatic transmission with tow mode. Now, in my reviews, I always mention those two things. So what exactly is horsepower and what is torque? Well, horsepower is a unit of measurement, and it's used to denote power or the rate at which work is done by an engine or motor. Your car's horsepower denotes how quickly that work can be done, with more power allowing for quicker work. Torque is force multiplied by distance. In the case of cars, the rotational equivalent of linear force. Essentially, it's the amount of force applied to an object with a twisting motion, such as applying force to the crankshaft of an engine, which in turn rotates the tires. So what's the difference between horsepower and torque? Well, the two are very much two sides of the same coin, as one goes with the other. Torque being the force and horsepower being the rate at which that force is done. The difference is torque is doing the work, while horsepower is how fast that work is being done. Okay, let's take a look out front. These are LED projector with dynamic bending headlamps, and they do have signature daytime running lamps as well. They are also automatic on-off headlamps, and they do have rain lamp wiper activated headlights. There are also LED cornering lamps, and I do like that big, bold grille, and you've got the Ford blue oval logo right in the middle of that black insert. It has a forward-facing camera as well, and there's a body-colored bumper with integrated LED fog lights and black lower intake and lower trim. There are also 2 front tow hooks, and up top there's that big, broad power dome hood and above that, a laminated front windshield with rain sensing automatic wipers. Let's take a look around the side. Okay, along the side, this is a fully boxed high-strength steel frame, and it does have beautiful 18-inch gloss black and machine faced wheels, and they're wrapped in 275/65 R18 all-terrain tires. And up front, it does have a front independent double wishbone suspension with coilover shocks and stamped lower control arm with heavy duty gas shocks. And out back, it is a rear leaf spring suspension with solid axle and heavy-duty gas shocks as well. It does also have power full-wheel anti-lock brakes with 13.8-inch front and 13.2-inch rear vented brake disc. There's also a 3.73 electronic locking rear differential, and you see here, these are beautiful 6-inch matte black running boards, and I really do like how they extend beyond the rear doors so you can actually access the front part of the bed with them as well. Now, these are power folding adjustable heated side mirrors with integrated turn signal indicators. They also have the high intensity LED approach lights, and it does have the 360 surround view camera as well. And you see it does have body color door handles with the lock unlock sensor, and it has the black beltline trim and window trim. And up top, there is a beautiful, nice twin panel sunroof that really allows a lot of light into the interior. So let's take a look around the back. Axel's being a temperamental actor today. He's not quite sure if he wants to be on film or not. So anyway, up top, this is a power sliding rear glass with privacy tint and defroster. And I do like these matte black bed and tailgate caps. And it does have the backup and hitch view mirrors and a light as well. And this is a power tailgate with a tailgate step. And it does have, I'll show you here, it does have the tailgate work surface as well. Really do like that. Put that back up. It does have the F150, and if you start it halfway, it goes up. F150 stamped into the rear panel. These are LED lights, and it does have black cap and the body colored rear bumper as well. And down below is a Class 4 hitch with smart tow connector ports also. I really do love that. All right, let's take a look again. In the truck bed, there are 3 Pro Power outlets over on the driver's side of the rear of the bed. There's a 240 volt 30 amp with 7.2 kilowatt max power, and there are 2 120 volt 20 amp with 2.4 kilowatt max power outlets as well. It also does have LED box lighting with zone lighting and the on-off switch over here, driver's side by that rear light. Does also have locking cleats for the bed tie downs and bed organization, and there are 4 mounted in place cargo tie down cleats as well. Now the spare tire is mounted up under the bed between the frame rails, and up top there is the integrated cargo light, rear high mount light, and it does have the bed camera as well in case you had a fifth wheel for a gooseneck trailer and stuff in there. Now, talking about the cargo box, the maximum volume is 52.8 cubic feet. Cargo bed length, 67.1 inches. Cargo bed width between the wheel houses is 51.1 inches. Box height, 21.4 inches. Open tailgate to the ground is 34.9 inches. Now, one note that I'll mention here is that where truck beds used to have notches built into the sidewalls where you could put in a 2x4 or 2x6, so you could fit those in to section off your bed and cargo back here. This only has a few notches right on and at the wheel houses for like a 2x6 and a couple of 2x4s, so there are none actually in the sidewalls of the beds. So let's talk about some of the safety systems available on this F-150. Well, you have the Advanced Security Pack. It has Advanced Track with RSC. It has Lane Keeping Assist. There's also Pre-Collision Assist with automatic braking. There's Post-Collision Braking, Reverse Sensing, Reversed Brake Assist, Blind Spot with Cross Traffic Alert, and loads more. So, What are some of the options available on this beautiful F-150? We'll put this tailgate up, show you how that works. That's really cool. Well, you have the tow technology package. There's an interior work surface package. You can also get the Co-Pilot 360 Assist 2.0. There's a Lariat Chrome package. Now, I happen to like the blackout trim on this. There's the LED box lighting, which this one has. There's a drop-in or sprayed-in bed liner, again, which this one has. Power tailgate, skid plates, wheel well liners, trailer tow mirrors, and so much more. Next up, let's talk about the dimensions. Okay, dimensions: front track is 67.9 inches, rear track is 68.3 inches, has a maximum width of 95.7 inches and a length of 231.7 inches. Overall height, 75.6 inches, and it rides on a wheelbase of 145.4 inches. Now, front bumper to the back of the cab is 155.8 inches. The front overhang is 37.6 inches. The rear overhang is 48.6 inches, and the ground clearance is a minimum of 8.5 inches. Now, it does have an approach angle of 24.3 degrees. It has a departure angle of 25.3 degrees, and it has a breakover or ramp angle of 20 degrees. Okay, so now let's talk about safety. Well, IIHS overall rating and National Highway Transportation Safety Administration overall rating, well, the 2021 has not yet been rated, but I'm sure it's in queue, so keep checking. Performance, 0 to 60, 5.9 seconds. Standing quarter mile, 14.4 seconds at 95 miles an hour. And it has a top speed of 102 miles per hour. Now, braking, 60 to 0, pretty confident, 136 feet. So what about its appearance? Well, I like the more fluid side profile and the even more pronounced belt line and those classic F-150 lines and design cues. I think it's a very good generational look of the Ford. Now, dependability, basic warranty is 3 years and 36,000 miles. Powertrain warranty is 5 years, 60,000 miles. And there is roadside assistance for 5 years and 60,000 miles as well. So now let's talk about the economy. Well, 18 city, 23 highway, and 20 combined. However, I will say we drove at about 250 miles yesterday, and it did get 26.5 miles to the gallon. Now let's take a look inside, but before we do, take a moment, check out my notes in the description down below, and take a moment to give us a like, leave a comment, and don't forget, click on that subscribe button down below. So, what do you say, Nate? All yours. Take it away.
All right, on the inside here, I do like the color combination on the doors. There's quite a few different textures going on and looks. You know, you've got the more brownish, reddish kind of I can't decide what color that is. And then the black, and then that's soft, and then you have hard, and then you have smooth, and then you got the silver. So lots of different color combinations and textures going on. You do have a pocket right here, a storage pocket. Down here, as usual, on a big four-door pickup, you got lots of storage. You got this area here. You do have two bottle holders, one here and one in the front, and extra storage in between. You do have one of your Bang & Olufsen speakers right here. And then up on the top, you have standard power windows for the rear, auto up and down for the front. And then your left and right mirror controls, as well as your power fold button for your mirrors and your window lockout. And then up here you have your 3-person memory setting. Then up here you have your 3-person memory setting, as well as your unlock and lock buttons. Now, the seats themselves are both the same on the driver and passenger. They are 10-way power, including 2-position lumbar. They are heated and ventilated. I do like the piping on here. It kind of continues the different colors we saw on the door. It looks very, very nice. Now, I always like it when there's extra storage built in, and this has it on both sides. You can see it right there. Down below, you have your foot pedals and your footrest. Coming up from there, you've got your hood release right here, and then you've got your emergency parking brake. You've got adjustable pedals right here, and then on top here, you have got, this is the light for the bed. And then you have your fuel tank release, you got your light controls, and then you got your dashboard brightness and dimness. And then up here, you've got lights in the mirrors, and this controls the light in the left mirror. This controls the light in the right mirror. And then this button opens the power tailgate or closes it. Now, I do like the American flag that's right here on the side, and there's one on the other side as well. Now, you can also see from this angle that this is a power tilt and telescope, and that button is right here. All right, it is a push start that's located just right up here. I like the Ford F-150 that comes up on the screen here. All right, so in the dashboard, you do have an all-digital dash, and it's configurable. And we have another video that talks about all the controls that are in there and what you can do with that, as well as all the things that you can do with the infotainment screen. So be sure to check out that video. Now, coming back from the dashboard, you've got, of course, your on the left here, you've got a wand that does your turn signals, your lights, and your wipers. And then coming back from there, on this side, you have a couple different things. You've got your cruise control on or off. You've got a set button here, although I've discovered that if the cruise control is off and you get up to speed and you press this, it automatically sets it for you. And then you can adjust it with that. This is your resume and cancel. And then this is your lane centering button. This is your gap setting for your cruise control. Then you have volume for your media, and you have voice command. Over on the right side, you've got these buttons that control all the information in the driver's screen. And then you have a phone hang up, and then you have more media controls. This is to go to the next station or the next track on something. I do like the fact that on the steering wheel, that the middle part here is big enough to stick your whole hand through. It's nicely boosted when you're going slow, and then it tightens up when you're on the road. The steering wheel itself is leather wrapped, and it is heated. All right, moving over to the right. Now, this particular truck does come with the Pro Trailer backup system here, and it's a simple click to turn it on. The screen itself is a 12-inch screen. This has a B&O sound system, and it has wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, Bluetooth, AM and FM radio, and Sirius XM, as well as a 4G LTE Wi-Fi hotspot. And it is the Sync 4 system that it's operating on, so it's fairly quick. Now, just below that, you have trailer brake controls right here. And then you have a couple of things right here. First of all, you just have a push button to go into 2 high, 4 high, 4 low, and 4 auto. You can push this button to lock the axle in the rear. And then it's also your drive mode. So you can switch this and it just goes into different modes. And it gives you a nice little picture of what you have. So basically what we have here, if I start at the beginning, is you have sport mode, you have eco mode, you have trailer mode, you have normal, you have slippery, you have deep snow and sand, and then finally you have mud and ruts. And there's a nice little graphic, and the dashboard will change a little bit in color and how it looks depending on the mode that you're in, which is nice. All right. Just to the right of that, you have got on the very top here below the infotainment screen, you've got physical controls for your infotainment screen. So you've got a sound button where you can get right at, adjusting the treble and bass and that kind of stuff. You have got right here, you have got your different sources here that you can go through. You can see it changing on the top. Hey, over here you can turn the screen off. Now the screen is continuing to function. It's like a calm screen. Okay, push it again, it goes completely off. Push it again, it comes on. Now, everything keeps operating in here. It just turns the screen off, so maybe at night you won't have such a light glare. You have a skip backwards, skip forwards, or tune backwards, tune forwards, and a play and pause button, as well as a physical tuning button for the radio station here. Okay, and then you can, the physical tuning button right here. Now, up above the infotainment screen, you have a series of buttons, and this one here accesses your generator mode, and it turns on the screen. Okay, up above the infotainment screen, you have a series of buttons, and starting off on the left is your generator button. So if I click it once, okay, it turns all outlets off, low power mode on, and generator mode on. If I click it again, it goes to all outlets off. Okay, if you actually want to see the generator, you're going to go here where it says Pro Power on board right here. And then you can hit the power button. This shows the 200 watts. Now this is the interior ones. So this is your 120 volt right here. There's another one in the rear. So that's what that is. Okay. If you turn the generator mode on, that's when this one comes on. Okay. And then you can use the outlets that are in the bed. Okay. So I'll turn those off, but that's a shortcut to it. This has a beautiful 360 camera system here. And so this is the camera right here. Oh, there's Axel sitting out there. Okay, so you've got several different views. And if you click on this little button, you've got this 360 view plus the front view. And if I put it in reverse, you'll get the backup view plus the 360. Put it back in drive again. Okay, we'll go to the camera button. Okay, now here, I can switch my views. I can have a wide view for the whole screen, which is really nice. And then I can have a little extra wider view. And then I can have the camera for the bed. Okay? And then it gives you a little hitch guidance in case you had a hitch in there or something. Okay, then if I click this here, this will turn on your auto park brake. Okay, if you want that on. And this turns your sensors on and off, front and rear. Okay. Now, if I put it in reverse, okay, yeah, I'm not going anywhere. Okay, if I hit the plus sign here, I get exploded view. There's Axel right back there, and so you get your trailer guide right there. Okay, and then I can go back to my 360 and I can see this view with the trailer guide in it. So just a really, really nice camera system. Now, over to the right of that, you have got your auto parking system. Now, this is different than on previous Fords. So what happens here is when you're going to find a spot, you hit this button and you tap active park assist. Okay, now it's not available because I'm not in drive, but I would turn my signal on to indicate if I wanted to parallel park on the right or the left or do a right angle backup. And we'll overlay some video here of us doing that. It worked very well. Pardon the shopping cart in this particular stall that we backed into. But anyways, it does work. The thing that's different is that when it senses a parking spot, it tells you to stop, put the transmission in neutral, and then you have to push and hold this button the whole time. My only recommendation is keep your foot on the brake. Okay? Theoretically, if you let go of the button, the system cancels and stops the vehicle, but I always kept my foot on the brake so I could adjust the speed. It gets pretty close to cars when it's doing it, and it makes people a little nervous, so just keep your foot on the brake, and then the cameras will show you everything. But really nice system. Now, this is your hazard, and of course, this is your traction control on and off. Now, just below that, you have all physical controls for your climate, which I absolutely love. So you've got adjustments for the driver, you got adjustments for the passenger, your dual mode or sync mode is right here. That's just a push. Okay, and then you've got your heated steering wheel button here, your 3-stage heated and 3-stage ventilated seats on both sides. And then here's all just your standard climate control buttons. Down below that, you have a little storage area that you could open. Now, typically, this would be where we would find the wireless charger. This particular vehicle doesn't have that, but typically, it would be right down in here. You do have a USB-A and a USB-C port, as well as a nice rubber mat that you can pull out and clean. Up in front here, you've got, I wouldn't call this a storage area. You can use it, but really, it's for another feature that I'll show you in just a minute. You have got nice phone storage. Right here, it just sits right in there, holds it nice and secure. You've got illuminated cup holders, they're illuminated on the bottoms. You got a nice pass-through. And then let me show you what this does. So if I press this button, it's really to hold the shifter so that you can do this. And voila, you have a workspace. So whether you have a pad and a paper or a pencil or a laptop or something that you're working on, you have a nice workspace. And that particular folding shift button works whether the car is on or not, which I think is good. All right, let's pull this back up. Now, underneath this nice big center armrest, we have got ample storage down here. We have got, oh my gosh, you could fit like almost 2 gallons of milk in there. Not sure if it's quite tall enough, but size-wise, you could fit just about 2 gallons in there. You've got a USB-A and a USB-C, and then a little storage tray that you can move left or right. It's also got coin storage in it. All right, so underneath here, it appears that you have a fuse reset for this one. I think that's what it is. If somebody knows differently, let us know in the comments. Down here, you have an AC 120 volt household plug-in. And then you have a button right here which opens the top cubby hole right here. And then down here, you have a regular glove compartment. That's a fairly good size. Right. Up here, you do have a storage tray. There are no extra outlets or plug-ins. You do have a spot like you could stick a pencil or something right here that would hold it fairly securely. Up on top here, you've got a
Dimming.
auto dimming. Thank you. Up here, you've got an auto dimming rear view mirror, and then up here, of course, you have got your individual reading lights right here. You do have nice nighttime glow. They're a blue color, and they just kind of bathe the area down here in a light blue, so that when you're driving at night, you have a little bit of light. That's not annoying, but you can see things. Hey, you have a button that turns all the lights on in the pickup. And then, of course, you have your vented sunroof right here. This does have a full panoramic roof, and the front part of it is a sunroof, so it opens and closes and vents. This is your window shade control, okay? And then right up here, you have your rear window sliding switch. Now, coming back here, you do have your sunglass storage. And then on the visors themselves, you've got the home link buttons right here. And, of course, both sides have a mirror that's lit, and they are telescoping. Okay, let's hop in the back. Okay, stepping to the rear here on the door, we've got the same color combination, everything that we had on the front door. You've got a single bottle storage here at the bottom. You've got ample storage in the back here. You do have a little shelf here, but it breaks off into the bottle holder. So whatever you put here is going to slide into here. So put something in there that you don't care if it slides around. Up here, you got a fairly deep storage area. You got one of your Bang & Olufsen speakers, and then another bottle holder up on top. So there are still two there. Now, behind the driver and passenger seats, you do have mat pocket storage. You do have two additional cup holders, so a total of 6 cup holders in the rear, and I'll show you the last two. I do like the chrome trim around the back here. These are heated seats, and those buttons are right here. In addition to that, you have a 12-volt outlet right there. Of course, got your air vents. Down here, we've got a USB-A and a USB-C plug-in, and then right here, you now have another household outlet plug-in. You got the nice rubber floor mats in here, and then the seats themselves here. This is where the 5th and 6th cup holders come in play. You got a nice armrest, and the seats do fold up, so they you don't have to pull anything. You just lift the seat up, and then we already set this up. But this is a storage tray that's underneath. And then there's a button here you can push just to lock it in place to make sure that it doesn't come down. However, it's very simple. So you can take this, fold this lever down on both sides. It just simply collapses right into it. And we take the lock buttons. There we go. Oh, lock button I think is on that one. Slide it backwards.
It's unlocked. It's that piece was catching.
Oh, okay. So. And then it goes right down, and then you have this nice flat floor.
Oh, no, do it again. It was too close to me talking.
Okay.
And then it goes right down.
Okay. And then it goes right down. So then you have just this nice wide flat storage area, and we'll overlay some pictures here, but I bought a tiller and put it on that side and folded this up, worked great. And then if you want, you do have a little storage area right behind this yet again. And that's also where your fuel additive wand is, right here for your tank. All right, so let's take a step in. All right, now, as in any four-door pickup, they're huge. So the driver's seat is adjusted to where it's comfortable for me. And I have almost a foot of knee space. I mean, it's just incredible. Lots and lots of leg room back here. You know, and the armrest is nicely, it's raised so that it's even with the door handle, so it's a nice, comfortable spot to rest. Now, the back of the seats don't recline or anything, but it is a massively huge area, and then you got that beautiful panoramic sunroof above you. You do have reading lights back here with an on and off button right there, and a coat hanger as well as a grab handle.
Well, that's our review of the all-new 2021 Ford F-150 Super Crew Lariat Sport Powerboost, and we appreciate you spending some time with us. Make sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and please click on that subscribe button down below. Thanks for watching.